Modie, Mr. I don't care about the feds, Mr. He's gonna be jumping off the side of a cliff if you don't set it up. Like, Modie's character, like, very interesting. Like, he was a crazy madman. And in this video, pretty much, I'm going to be speaking about whether Jermaine set Modie up to die, because I strongly suspect that he did. I strongly believe that he set Modie up to die. And with Jermaine, like, he's a funny one, because this guy was a part-time roadman, part-time football agent. It's so weird. And to be honest, not too many people are questioning whether he had something to do with Modie's death. But like I said earlier, I think he did. Because if you go back to episode 9 of season 3 of Top Boy, Jermaine was on the phone to the doctor. He was on the phone to the doctor, and when he gets off the phone now, he explains to Modie, saying that the doctor could fix your eye. It's proper things, bruv. That's what he says. And so Modie takes the car keys. Modie takes the car keys now. He drives to the doctor's house, and when he's in there now, this doctor was just moving so spooky, so shady, so dodgy. Like, it was quite funny, to be honest. Like, he just looked all over the place, mad nervous, mad, like, moving so suspect. And yeah, it was yeah. And he even ended up dropping the needle that he had, because his hands were just so shaky. Like, yeah, his arms are literally shaking. I mean, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on the sweater already, mum's spaghetti. So yeah, this doctor was just so dodgy and suspect, and he looked like he didn't know what he was doing. So he ends up injecting this needle that he had into Modie's arm twice. And prior to injecting it though, he doesn't explain what it is. And I was just thinking, what doctor does that? Like, how are you injecting something into his arm without telling him? Do you know what I mean? A little bit about what it is that you're putting in. Do you know what I mean? That was just so weird. That's just so dodgy. And Modie was assuming that whatever he was injecting was gonna fix his eye, and the doctor was like, just bare stuttering, and he was like, yeah, for your eye, yeah, I'll give you something for that. And then Modie's face just looked so confused, like, yeah, that was quite funny, because Modie's just there looking confused, like, thinking, what is this doctor up to? Like, that's what he was thinking. And so, yeah, the doctor gives Modie eye drops now, and he says, oh, put it into your eye several times a day, blah, blah, blah. And he says to Modie that he's seen eye injuries a lot worse than his. And, yeah, I mean, when someone says something like that, oh, I've seen eye injuries a lot worse than yours, yeah, I mean, especially when they say it in the way that the doctors say it, you're probably going to be there thinking, oh, you probably fixed them, yeah, I mean, you restored their vision, yeah, I mean, like, the way he said it is natural to think, oh, he probably fixed them, probably restored their vision. But no, like, that's not the case here. Because Modie asked him, oh, like, you restored their vision and that, like, you fixed their eye and that. And the doctor gave the most, like, he gave the most unconfident answer. He was like, oh, yeah, more or less. So, yeah, that was crazy. Modie was just annoyed at that point. Like, he had enough. Like, he just wanted to leave now. So yeah, he just left. And as he's driving back now, he's got a lot of irritation in his eye. He can't stop touching it. It's causing him a lot of pain, and it's messing up with his driving as well. I mean, cars are beeping at him and all of that stuff. Yeah, he's shouting at other road users as well, getting frustrated. And the police end up finding him now. The feds end up finding him now, and the feds are armed with guns. And he's just so angry now. He's swearing. And it leads me to ask the question that how did the feds know about his whereabouts? So I'm thinking that maybe Jermaine may have told the feds, and that Jermaine may have told the feds where Modie was going to be, the area that Modie was going to be in, because how else would they know? Obviously, there's a possibility that the feds may have just found him, because they were looking for him. Let's not forget that they were looking for him. Modie was on the run. Do you know what I mean? He managed to escape from prison, so the feds were looking for him. So they may have just caught up with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might just be a situation where the feds would just caught up with him because they were looking for him anyway. But I don't know. Like, I strongly suspect though that Jermaine snitched to the feds and told told the feds where Modie was going to be, informed the feds on Modie's whereabouts, the area that he was going to be in, etc. And you combine that with the fact that the doctor just moving so dodgy, like injecting things into him without explaining where it is, just moving just hella suspect. So I'm thinking either Jermaine snitched to the feds and told the feds the area that Modie was going to be in and where Modie was going to be, or Jermaine must have told the doctor to put some kind of chemical in Jermaine's. I mean, Jermaine may have told the doctor to put some kind of chemical in Modie's arm. You know what I mean? And possibly whatever it was that the doctor injected into Modie's arm, that may have had some kind of impact on making his eye worse, causing the excess pain and excess irritation in his eye. Possibly. This is kind of a speculation, but even if that's not the case, that doctor though, like, I do suspect that he may have had something to do, like, with, and I say doctor in speech marks, I mean, because he's even a real doctor, I don't know, but I suspect that he may have had something to do with Modie's death, because the way he was moving, that's so shady and dodgy and suspect. He just didn't look or act like a genuine doctor. But yeah, back to the story. The feds end up finding Modie, and he's just so angry. He starts swearing, shouting, and the feds there's many of them, and they're all armed with guns, and they tell him not to move or they'll shoot him. But because his eye is causing him so much pain and irritation, like, he feels like he has to touch it, and he tries to touch it. As he makes that move, as he tries to touch his eye, the feds shoot him and he's dead. Like, the feds shoot him, he died right there on the spot, and the feds just take him out of his car. So yeah, that's pretty much the sequence of events that occurred that led up to Modie's death, and yeah, just the story of what happened before he died. Yeah, Jermaine was probably thinking, Modie has got to go, man. This guy is doing way too much. This guy's bringing way too much attention to himself. This guy's a liability, and he's gonna get us all arrested. He really is. He's bringing too much attention from the feds, and he's not keeping a low profile when he should. He knows that he's on 4-star wanted level. He knows that he's on a GTA 4-star wanted level thing. So Jermaine was probably thinking, Modie, these streets ain't for you. Like, the streets ain't for you. Like, and the streets need a body. So yeah, the road life, it ain't for you, my guy. Stick to rapping. Stick to making albums like psychodrama. I mean, stick to that. I mean, forget about this road life thing, because it's not for you, my G. Like, that's what Jermaine was probably thinking. So yeah, like, I think that Jermaine definitely set Modie up to die somehow, some way. That's just my thoughts, my opinion. Well guys, like, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, and hit the notification bell as well, and put your comments in the comment section below on your thoughts on everything I've said in the video, and whether you agree with what I said, whether you disagree, put that all in the comments. But yeah, until next time.